A nice safety feature on this Truckboss Deck. Sometimes it's very icy on the ground, or if you're loading on pure concrete and your skegs hit the ramp, you have a tendency that the ramp will kind of taco in, and then you'll just hit the tailgate if you're not lucky and that kind of stuff. So this is a great safety feature that will block that. Put that in, clamp it down. And then another great safety feature that Truckboss has are these little clamps here on the side to make sure that the deck does not come up, and then you're all set. Loading the snowmobile. Make sure that you are parked on a nice flat surface. Make sure you're not parked too close to any sort of objects or other vehicles. If you have to park on an angle, take that in consideration, just like when you're riding a slope. If the angle of the truck is like this, you're going to want to get sucked downhill. So to counteract that, you would put your weight on the uphill side as you're loading. Right now, my snowmobile is nice and flat. Safety first. We've got the tether on, and I've got my helmet on. From there, you want to make sure that you have enough room to set your speed before you hit the ramp. If you start too close to the ramp, you're not going to have enough room to get onto the ramp, and you'll probably just end up spinning out and having to get another go. So let yourself enough space to have a good momentum. Set your speed before you hit the ramp. Once you hit the ramp, as long as your snowmobile gets onto the ramp fully parallel and the lugs are attaching to the middle kind of teeth, I guess if you want to call them, then you could just slowly creep up that ramp. So you want to have that speed to get onto the ramp, and from there, nice and easy. As far as foot positioning goes, equal weight both feet. You want to have that finger resting on the brake, and you want to have your hand feathering the throttle as you're approaching that ramp, setting the speed. Once you get onto the ramp, you can slowly just creep on up, or you can continue your forward momentum and be ready to brake once you get onto the top of the ramp, onto the deck. So I'm going to start my snowmobile here. I'm going to set my speed before I hit the ramp. Once I hit the ramp, I slowly just mellow out on the gas and be ready to brake. Okay, now I'm just creeping up nice and slow. And that's it. As far as tying down your snowmobile, you want to make sure that you tie down the front, whether it's with a super clamp or any other sort of device. I know highway people, they like to make sure that there's 2 points, left ski, right ski, tied down, and then making sure that the rear end is tied down as well. So same thing when unloading. Make sure that your truck is parked nice and flat and your weight evenly distributed in both feet, left and right. If the truck is on an angle, then you'll have to make sure that your weight is distributed in a way so that your snowmobile won't tip off your snowmobile deck. First things first, safety, tether on, helmet on, and from there, as far as hand positioning goes, you always want to have 1 or 2 fingers just resting on the brake. So when you are ready, you want your feet evenly distributed, kind of middle of the running boards. You put the snowmobile in reverse, finger on the brake, little shots of gas, just enough to slowly move a couple inches here and there. You want to look back, make sure that your track is nicely aligned with the ramp before you even start going backwards. If it's off to the side, just line it up so it's perfectly parallel with the ramp. Okay, pretty soon my butt end is going to drop on the ramp. Once the butt end drops on the ramp, you actually don't even need any gas. Gravity is just going to take you straight downhill. All you want to do is concentrate that your 2 front skis are perfectly lined up with the ramp as you're coming off of the deck. Okay, now it's pretty much just braking. brake, 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 and then slowly let the snowmobile come off the ramp.